Hello everybody and welcome back to Science with ProEssence. Today we are going to discuss general chemistry. So let me just write that on the board. Okay, so general chemistry. One thing you need to remember about general chemistry is general chemistry was a general that fought in the Philippine-American War, along with general science, general math, and general biology. If we ignore all that, general chemistry, let's just shorten it to this word, chemistry. Chemistry, you have to remember the tree of chemistry. Now, the tree of chemistry is a big tree, it's an oak tree, and tree times tree is 6. Enumerate 1, 2, 3, all the way to 6, which we are going to generalize, hence general chemistry, later. One of the fundamental theorems that you have to know about general chemistry is to decide what is your favorite element. Now, my favorite element is argon. Now, what is the atomic number of argon? Now, the atomic number of argon is, so when it comes to chemistry, let me write that again, chemistry. The important thing to remember is the chemistry between you and I. Now, this is a polar covalent bond. Now, when we say polar, we mean polar bear. So the polar bear, they're on the ice, right? And I. What does I stand for? Iodine. Okay, so iodine. So if we talk about iodine, I dine on what? What do I dine on? I dine on steak. I dine on chicken. I dine on fish. Now let's talk about steak. What's at stake? Everything. And what is everything? The universe. And that is you. So universe and iodine. So all you need to do is remember that. But if the universe is made out of iodine, what do I dine on? Steak. And what's at stake? Everything, and everything is the universe. And since we have two instances of the same variable, we have to cancel them out. And we're left with I. So we're going to put that in 4. Why is it in 4? Because I'm crazy for you. Now, the next thing to remember is the periodic table of elements. So we have hydrogen and helium. Now, if we talk about these, what are these? Yes, that's Michael Jackson. Remember? Michael Jackson released a song called Thriller. And it's Thriller Night. Night is when the sun goes down after 6 p.m. And I want you to PM me, what is your favorite element? Because that's an important question to ask in general chemistry, and mine is argon. Now, what is the number for argon? I wish I could answer that, but the only thing that I need right now is your number. So, if we count hydrogen, helium, lithium,
United States, Canada, Mexico,
Panama, Haiti,
Jamaica, Peru.
it's I'm gonna cut you the time. It's 55 times 55. But what do we know about argon? We have to make sure that any duplicates of it are gone. So we cancel them out, as well as R, because we don't need that. We need to get the R gone. So all we have is A55, and we are going to substitute that, of course, A55 into 5. So it's 555, may kompleto na. Now we're going to talk about one of the fundamental equations, which is E equals mc squared. Okay, so E equals mc squared. E stands for education. M stands for medication. And C stands for cation. But hey, you'll notice this term, cation, that's actually a positively charged ion. So that's, and what's the most important thing to do in life? Be positive. But this is a type of blood, right? This is a blood. Be positive is a blood. And when there's blood, there is Crips, which is a song by Radiohead. So what we're going to need to do, right, is we are going to cancel this. Why, you might ask? Because it's a Crips. It's a weirdo. What the hell is it doing here? It doesn't belong here. Education, you don't really need to say that because that's what I'm doing right now. I am giving you very valuable education. So we are going to cancel that as well. Let me get my different color pen here. Here we go. Sorry, let me just... Okay. We have to cancel education. And since we've already canceled education, that's two terms said twice. And you'd notice that education was over this. So we have to cancel education as well. And we are left with M. Education. Oh, sorry. Right. But you'll notice that we still have the squared. So what we're going to do is we're going to square this. Right? So that's in a square. But you'll notice that that's not actually a square. It's a rectangle. So its area is Blackpink in your area. We have to cancel out the education, so we just have M. So let's put that. Nanay, tatay, gusto ko tinapay, ate, kuya, gusto ko kap. Okay, so we're gonna put that in 3. So number 1, we have to talk about chemical compounds within the body, because we have glucose, sucrose, maltose, and galactose. You'll notice all of these end in, what's that? O-S-E. O-C. O-C. But you'll notice that you can't get all of these nutrients from seeing, because if you OC, you will not absorb these nutrients. What you have to do is eat. So let's put that in 1 because it's the most important thing, to eat. Sorry, I forgot to add. We have to elaborate on 4. That has to be iodine. So let's correct that now. If we count all of the letters, okay, all of the variables, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and since 55 is a subscript, we will count that as 12. So 12. 12 is a very important number, which we are going to discover later. And we're going to put that here. So 12. Finally, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about hospitality. Hospitality is one of Filipinos' very famous characteristics and traits. So let's talk about hospitality. And one part of that is hospital. In the hospital, we have the ER, or the emergency room. Let's cancel room for a second, right? So let's just focus on emergency. So emergency, you'll notice that once again with OC, you can't solve problems by seeing. So you have to cancel the C. So that's just emergent, right? That's just emergent. Now, you'll notice that there cannot be an N because we already have an M, right? So we have to cancel that as well. Now it's just emerge, right? So what is emerge, right? Emergence, immersion, like work immersion, which we will have in grade 12, or murder, as in i-murder ko kaya si antimatter. Now, what should we murder? We should murder E. It is the murder of E. So we will cancel that out because it is 2 separate occasions, 2 separate variables, sorry. So we just have R. We're going to put that in R. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to generalize all of this. And to generalize all of it, we have to create an equation, right? So that is our equation. what we have to do is elaborate on these because these are still in simplest form. So we have to elaborate in order to get the factors. Now, based on PEMDAS rule, so PEMDAS, that's putang ena mo dede ampota sorry. Sorry, isuri ang ito. So we have to complicate this. So we have these to solve. Now let's start with the subscript first. Obviously we could go A times A times A 50 times, right? But you'll notice in the subtext, A55, that kind of looks like ass. Now ass, what is an ass? It's not a butt because we are not hooligans. It is a donkey. So let's plug that into our new equation. So we have eat 12M iodine donkey R. Now we have to find the meaning of 12 and M. Now 12 obviously is a dozen. So let's substitute that. And M, remember E equals MC squared. We already know this stands for education, but it can also stand for matter. Sorry. Now iodine, we have to find the simplest form of iodine, which of course is I. Now, the solution to general chemistry is it doesn't matter, I don't care. So that has been science with ProEssence. I hope you learned a lot from it, and I hope you pass your quarterly exams. Thank you.